Okay, so June, what on earth? Is it the 17th today? June 17th? Happy hour? Happy health habits happy hour, where optimists unite to put some loving on each other. So thanks for showing up for each other. There's Buddy. Woohoo. And
Yay.
yep, I have updates from the girls who can't come, but we'll go there in a second. But they send their love as well. So high five, give yourself a big hug. You made it. Just breathe, Betty. We got this. Right? Joan is here, large and in charge. I can't wait to share with Joan because Joan is just the opposite end of the spectrum, but she is really, I got goosebumps talking to her just recently. So let's just make sure that we're grounded and
No.
whatever is upsetting us. Hey Tanya, you here for just a few
Hello.
minutes or can you stay for a
Yes,
little?
few minutes.
Okay, all right, we got this. So just wanted to let you know this whole nervous system regulation thing and bringing the brain and body and calming it down. Don't forget that's in your life book. It's in element 4 and 5 under the no system and the go system. It's really simple. And then we're bringing in all these tools, different little tools like, box breathing and, the havening and the tapping and all these things are just to help do the same thing. Just calm it down. I actually started a list of little tools and on a piece of paper. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I started a list of all the little nervous system regulation tools that are super handy, and I might just put this in Chat GPT and get it so you guys, so I can send it out. Because I really realized that I have a lot of little tools. It's just a matter of remembering to use them. And it's interesting in the middle of the night when I wake up in a panic or have anxiety or something. Anybody have anxiety? I know Joan has struggled with that. I don't know if anyone else does. Admittedly, Joan has too. I find it helpful to look at the list frequently so that when I can remember more quickly what to use when I'm making bad decisions or starting to feel like that go system go, the anxiety go up, this fight or flight go up. So I'll get that typed up as I'm making my list here and share that goodness with you because we all know we have lots of tools to use. It's just a matter of using it like Monday night, right? Integrating all of our tools in the toolbox to our best advantage with each other to remain optimistic in action to make sure our big picture comes true, our healthy best life, not our best pant size, but our best life. And then,
Yes.
right? And then, and which includes, healthy, being nutritionally well, physically well, muscle, everything. So, doesn't matter where we are, whether we need to gain weight or lose weight, Joan. It's about making sure that we develop the habits, that will stick. And that's the eating small, frequent meals, eating plenty of protein forward, fiber forward meals throughout the day. I just posted and Sharon shared as well a top list over 50 of top 30 over 50 things to do, little tips of things to do
Yes.
to be healthy and well. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Top 30 of over 50 of things to do, just little tips that we all know, but it's kind of just reiterates, right? Reiterates, oh yeah, I'm not doing that, or I forgot about that. So just little tips. You guys know so much more than the average person does, and you're doing and you're implementing and you're already integrating many more habits than most people do. You're already keeping it small. We know that keeping it small is better. When we think too big, we throw the whole baby out with the bathwater when we fail. So think smaller. If you're thinking too big, you're going to stick yourself right in the mud. So live your life with your peeps. Um, and just isolation doesn't work. So let's talk about that too today about Monday night, how you've integrated the parts of the system, how that's helped you how you see it helping you in the future. If you haven't integrated some of the parts like the workshops and the webinars or the support calls, what would you like to do? How would you like to integrate more so you can get more out of this and get better at your skill sets that you need to maintain a healthy lifestyle? And so we'll talk about that individually. And then Tanya, I know we don't have you for very long, so if you can't come at 5, I want to make sure to hear from you before you leave. She's the master of getting herself unstuck, and she loves accountability. She loves posting what she's doing, why, and how, so that she's accountable to the community, which I really appreciate about Tanya. Has anybody raise your hand if you've seen her in the Facebook group and she's saying, "I did my thing." Right? I did my thing. And she's got to have something to focus on. She's like Roxy. They got to have something that they're accountable to just keep moving forward. So I love
That's
that. And I love being supportive of that. So thank you for doing it. I've been doing the squat thing, the squat challenge too. I pose. You've been doing that too, right, Cindy?
Mhm.
So yeah, so we're never stuck. We're always just in process moving forward. So let me shut off this screen share here. And let's hear from you, Tanya. What is your big win this week or your aha moment? What's your integration piece that's made the most difference to you?
Probably the morning windfall, and the evening calls. I would say staying within the community has helped a lot.
Can you talk closer so we can hear you better?
Staying within the community has helped a lot. The morning Zoom calls and or the morning wind calls and the evening Zoom calls um, has done wonders for me.
Hmm.
Um, a win for the week.
How many of those do you
Um,
do a week? Just a couple or just random, or do you do them every day or the win calls?
no, I do my wind calls every day, including Saturdays.
At
And
9 a.m.?
yeah,
Wow.
and then the Monday night, and I try to,
Monday night, that's been helpful for you too. Keep learning.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
How about Wednesday? Have you integrated that with Dr. Mike? Has that been helpful?
yeah. I've been trying to catch most Wednesday nights.
And the challenges, any challenge, she's there. She's like first one on the list, right? That
Yes, that's good.
community accountability, that's important to her.
Yes,
And then you're on track with your goals, right? Are you crushing them? Are you getting where you're going? What's happening with your
I'm at a
what's your goal?
steady
What's your
pace right
current
at the
goal
moment.
right now? Like, is it weight? Is it muscle? What's your current goal?
Um, Staying on goal.
Staying on goal, staying on track, keeping your habits all
Yes.
on the bucket.
Yeah, staying on track is my goal right at the moment.
Okay. It's hard sometimes to keep all our holes in the bucket or all the habits on the plate, right? They kind of fall off the plate now and then, right? So keeping them all on the plate.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's where I'm at
What?
right now.
Okay. What's the loosest one for you that tends to fall off the plate the most easiest? What's the
The snacking.
okay, extra stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, And so maybe using some of your integration skills, some of your just tapping, havening, breathing, box breathing, even just, rubbing your hands together, rubbing your face, rub your ears, something simple, right? Ears,
Yeah, I've been
try
doing
that.
some of that.
Another thing I told someone to do who has a serious sugar addiction and emotional eating is put a toothpick in your mouth
Oh,
or a pen cap. And this works when I remember to do it,
okay.
a pen cap and chew it. Right? A lot of times that snacking is just about oral fixation. I find that helpful, but give it a
Yeah,
shot,
Uh,
right?
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Good
give it a
idea.
shot. If
Yes.
something has to go in this mouth right now, it best not be food. So let me look for something I can put in there.
Carry it.
It's like we're all big babies, right, Betty? Just
Yes,
need
we are.
we need the WASI in our. Why don't we just carry pacifiers? Let's just go back to that.
Because they get dirty. But I like the floss stick. I like the floss
Yeah,
because then you can floss a little bit, and the snack is maybe back in that back tooth, get it out and use
yeah,
that.
right. Anybody else have a pacifier when they were little? I called mine a WASI. I gotta go find my I'm gonna go buy a WASI. What'd you guys have? Did you guys have a pacifier?
I don't think so.
I had a thumb. A
You had
thumb.
a thumb? You were a thumb
Yeah.
sucker?
Oh, yes. Till I was
Oh,
13. Until I
Blanket.
was
what
13.
what years was a blanket, Sharon?
Yeah.
Years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the soft end, right? Guess what?
See, now we can you can attach your pacifier to your clothing so it doesn't
Yes.
fall.
Yes.
You always have it with you.
You know what? We're adults and we still need pacifiers.
Yeah.
We do. If Carrie were here, she would tell you. Carrie Widener has that water bottle on her like strap-on water bottle. If she doesn't have that, she is like
Oh,
that's her pacifier. If she's like I
that's a
can't
good
function
idea.
without my water bottle slinged over my shoulder, literally. So don't feel bad if you have a thing. It's a thing and it's okay.
That is great.
Yeah, everybody have their pacifier, have your substitution, whatever it is. It's her water bottle, it's my toothpick, it's, whatever. All
Yeah.
right. So, thank you very much for sharing, Tanya. And you're just an inspiration because you show up and you've been growing up and you've been setting
Yeah.
boundaries. How are your boundaries going with your family? Social
Good.
family issues lately? And that's going
No.
okay?
Yep. And the kids are moving out Friday.
Good. Excellent. I happened to open up my book, The Language of Letting Go, today, and both the things I needed to read about were about being responsible in relationships, to detach and not caretake, and trust the process of letting go and letting someone else take care of themselves, and loving myself, you know, first and making sure that I don't put them before my own needs. So that was really good. Don't allow people to have parents or kids or anyone else to have power over you that makes or breaks or ruins your day. Oh, I love this. Our parents did the best they could, but we still do not have to accept one belief that is not ours. Okay. We are free to examine and choose our own beliefs. We can let go of guilt. We can let go of excessive and inappropriate feelings of responsibility toward parents and other family members. We don't have to allow their destructive behaviors to control us, Tanya. We don't have to allow their feelings or their behaviors to control us. So I'm
Good.
speaking to myself and
Amen.
I'm having fun with you, not laughing at you. Okay. So this is an important, isn't that something? It's really good. We got to remember that sometimes. So
Mhm.
Yes.
you keep it up. Keep it up. Keep your boundaries. They're good. Boundaries are good. Thanks
Yep.
so much for sharing, Tanya. I before I'm not sure how long Joan can. Who else is there? Zoom user. Who's that? I can't. Did I see? Oh, that's Jolie.
Joy.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to see you. Um,
Right.
before we miss Joan, I don't know how long she can stay, but can I share, Joan, or do you want to share a little bit? She is using fuelings to eat, to get nutrition, she's had some trouble actually eating. And now what's happening since you've been getting a few of the fuelings in a day? What's happening to you? Now when you eat, you're leaning your meal out. What's happening? You're finding that you can eat more, right?
Yes, yes. I have a basically I've had a hard time eating,
Hmm.
and so I hate to say that I'm of the opposite. I can kind of go the whole day without eating. I get real busy working, and when I do that, I don't. It's been a long time since I have had hunger pains. So when I don't get hunger pains, I don't think about
Hmm.
eating. And so, and then when I do get hungry, I just eat whatever was like in front of me or something like that. That's kind of
Yeah,
how,
just kind of junky
yeah,
stuff.
whatever. Yeah, just
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
subside the hunger pain.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't eat that much. And then so like when I would go out to eat, I would eat very little, just enough just to subside the hunger pain, and then I hardly would eat very much after that. I take my food home, and then whatever I would have for dinner, it would last me like 2 or 3 days. But since I've been eating the food that was I ordered through the what Optavia,
Mm-hmm.
Optavia,
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating some of that throughout the this time. It seems like it's encouraged me to eat more, and now I notice that when I sit down to eat, I have more of an appetite now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating more that has been served to me. My appetite is starting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good.
Yay! That's
Yes.
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
Serious nutritional deprivation happens, in this. How many people do you know say, I'm not hungry? I'm never hungry. Okay. Joan's not alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if we're
Yeah.
eating every 2 to 3 hours already, we aren't hungry. Okay, that's because we're eating every 2 to 3 hours and we're having our blood sugar level and our body's probably making its own GLP-1 now and all of that's
Mhm.
happening. It's doing its own thing and that's normal. But if you're not eating and you're not hungry, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You're not eating, you're not hungry, and you're not losing weight. Sharon and I talked about this morning, didn't we, Sharon? A lot of people do this. I don't eat, I'm not hungry, I don't eat. When they get starving, then they eat all crap. That's no good, right?
No, no, it's
That's
not.
not good. That's not healthy, not nutritious. The thing is with no hunger, there's no leptin, no ghrelin, no satiation, and or you need to feel hungry to feel full. If you don't have leptin, you don't have ghrelin. So if you can't feel hungry, you can't feel full, which means your hormones are all out of whack, right? And
Mm,
then you can't burn fat either. Hi Mary. It means all of your hormones are all out of whack. So
Yeah.
it's not healthy to not be hungry. I just want you guys to know that. Does that make a certain amount of sense?
mm,
Yes. That.
Yeah. So we need those sensations or we don't have those hormones. And Sharon and I looked it up this morning for her person that she's talking to, page 320 of the Life book. It talks about leptin. That's our hunger suppressant hormone. In element 16 about addictive foods, that is the one that's wrong. Okay. And then that sets off the cascade of things. So anyways, Joan, I'm just thrilled because she's an example on the opposite end of how we
yeah.
can turn on the hunger hormone. She can eat more. She's hungrier when she does eat. She eats more. She's able to eat more because of the nutrient density and the fuelings that she's getting. She's putting 3 or 4 of those in her body in a day, and it's soaking up all the nutrition. And now her body's like, oh, hey, food, new
Mm,
concept.
mm,
Nutrition macros, micros, all the nutrients. It's like a multivitamin, and your body is going, Joan, wow, this is great. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. And
Mm,
now it's signaling you to have more.
mm,
And it's
okay.
signaling you to eat more on its own.
Mm, okay.
So the medical meals are not just for weight loss, you guys. They're not diet food. They're actual healthy, medically formulated miracle little pill. It's like miracle pills, right? They're
Yeah.
multivitamins along with your proteins and fibers. So Joan, I love watching that magic happen in you. I just love it because it's just proof that nutrient dense foods matter. So thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Okay.
And now getting into the habit of eating more frequently is going to be what you're
Yeah.
going to do. Getting into
Yeah.
the habit of drinking all your water is what you want to do. That is the habit that you're working on, and everyone else. We're all still in the working on that habit of the frequency, the hydration, getting our mindset right, showing up to learn more. So you're still in the same habit game. So keep it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Sharon, I want to have you share real quick because last week we didn't get to talk about number one, how you saved the child from the intersection. You got to hear this story if you didn't see the post. I mean, just a short, just keep it short. But she literally, she has. Thank God Sharon is in shape because she saved a child
Good.
intersection, and then also we talked about the hunger thing, but it also make mention of somebody who noticed.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we were at the parade in my community, sitting in our chairs, and I saw this 4-year-old little boy just running as fast as he could. Like, oh, okay, what's that all about? I turned my head to my right, and here's this lady waving her arms, and I'm like, she's trying to catch that little boy. I'm like, she's never gonna catch that little boy. And he was just gonna keep running. I mean, I don't know if he was scared or, you know,
Who knows?
but who knows? So I got up and I chased after him and I caught him.
Sprint.
And
Yay!
Yay.
I
Now,
caught
this
him.
is not like a jog. She's sprinting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had to turn up the speed. Like I was chasing, anyway, I was chasing this little boy and I caught him and I just put my arms around him and I said, your mommy is looking for you. And he looks at me and I just took his hand and I walked him up to the sidewalk and his mom came then and I mean, he was, he was just running and the parade hadn't started, but he was running towards an intersection.
Hmm.
And, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know. Anyway, so moral of the story is mom and son are reunited,
Oh,
which
that's
is a good,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
Yay.
was a good thing. She was very thankful for
But
that.
moral of
So,
the story is Sharon was well enough to sprint. Now, how many people,
Uh,
how many people sitting next to Sharon could have done that? Honestly,
mm,
is my question,
Yep.
right?
4-year-olds are fast. They are
Four-year-olds are
fast.
fast.
they are pretty
And
fun.
I haven't tried to sprint lately, which is part of the, what we're supposed to do, sprint and jump and things. I have not been doing that. I'm inspired to try to sprint and see what I can do. If I can
yeah.
even. Like I have no clue. I haven't tried in so long, but I think it's part of, jumping up on that step or jumping and sprinting. We're supposed to try to keep doing some form of that. And
Well,
I think that's really a great reason for all of us to try to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
so that was, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, it was kind of and afterwards, a couple said after I saw him after the parade was over, they say, "What was going on?" I said, "Well, I said I think this little boy was a runaway." I said, "I
Yeah.
don't think it was
Yeah.
intentional. It was just he just got away from his mom or just got scared or something." And
Yeah. Bravo.
you know,
Yeah.
but
Let's
the
all
other,
be, go ahead. Let's all
but
be prepared to just run after, if the house is on fire, I can, let's keep doing the squat challenge with Roxy, right? Keep squatting,
yep,
keep going at your own pace, but keep pushing it because you never know when you're gonna have to pull it out, right? Right,
Yes.
Betty, you might have to squat down and pick up your husband off the floor. You never know,
Yes, I might never know.
right? So go ahead, Sharon. What was the other thing someone
so
noticed?
go ahead. Oh, hi, Roxy.
Hi, Rox.
This, oh, oh, so I was talking to a client yesterday and she had gone on vacation, gone to a wedding in Mexico, and she's, you know, lost probably 50 pounds and feels just amazing, looks amazing. And I mean, people were complimenting and her significant other that was with her said, I mean, there were a couple other ladies there that the observation was, well, they've lost a lot of weight, and you could tell from them that they had lost a lot of weight, how they looked in their face, and I mean, they didn't look healthy, is basically what was going through their minds. And
They look
her,
skinny, obviously, but not healthy.
yeah, they were skinny but not healthy.
Mhm.
And she, her significant other said to her, well, you've lost a lot of weight and you don't look like that.
Yeah.
And so, and I said, you did it the safe and healthy way,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. So they, I mean, it's very evident their, face was sunk in, and I mean, they don't look healthy. Their color's not good, you know. The only reason their color looks good because they have color is they've been out in the sun.
Yeah.
So, um, it's noticeable, you know.
Yeah.
And, we talked about what will happen to those people. Will
Mhm.
they gain the weight back? Probably.
Yeah.
Mhm. Can't supplement healthy habits for anything.
Yeah.
There's no supplement.
Yeah.
So you can augment, like Cindy's doing, in a healthy way, right? And other people do it in a healthy way. Don't do it just as an easy way.
Yeah.
And it's sad. I can see it all around me. And if you actually open your eyes up and look, you can see it happening, people around you. And it's sad because they all of a sudden they don't look healthy,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's really hard, isn't it, Sharon?
Yeah.
It's really hard. So keep leading strong and doing the right things. And um, it's because people all around us they still need they still need us. They still need our to integrate. They don't have to buy Optavia to be a part of our Let's Talk on Mondays, our support calls are they can buy the Habits of Health book for under $10. They can buy that's I mean, they can be part of all this free stuff if they want to get well.
Yeah.
If
They
they
have to want
really
it.
want to get well, they don't have to buy a thing. And so just keep sharing that with people. I actually called one of my clients who has been on every protocol that Optavia has ever had, has all the tools, has all the life books. She does nothing. And she's still stuck. And she's back on a medication. And I said to her today, do I have permission to coach you? Can I be a coach? She said, yes. I said, do you really want to get well? Do you really want to change? She said, well, I have this and that and the other thing and the other thing and the other thing. And I said, no, no, no. I said, do you want your excuses or do you want your life? No, no, no.
That's good.
And she was totally taken back. And I said, I'm sorry, but we have the same 1,440 minutes in a day. And you can sit here and tell me about all the feral cats and all the husband, blah, blah, yada, yada, right? I said, I don't care. Do you want to live or do you want your excuses? Do you want to be miserable? And she was totally taken back. And she's, well, I want to get better. I said, do you really? Okay. Then for all this time, I've been telling you, show up at are you willing to do something different? Are you willing to do one thing differently? Are you willing to work in between your ears? She finally said yes. She finally said she listened to a YouTube video on Let's Talk. That's it. That's all she could do. But that was like, okay, good. Let's start with that.
One thing. One.
Seriously, people don't buy their crap. They can do what they want to do. They just have to do it if they want it bad enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have to want it bad enough to do something different. And it's just really sad because we can't make them, but we can be straight with them. Right. So be important. It's important. And Phyllis, she had to say she couldn't be here today, but she wanted to let us know she listened to Monday. She's been doing that every week. She really loves the group and she loves the Monday nights and she loves the support, the knowledge, the team, the coaching. She loves it all. And she's doing great. She's out with her husband and family doing something today. So she sends her love. Okay. So awesome. So keep integrating all the pieces as best you can. And Cindy, for how long did you not do any? You didn't show up, you didn't do webinars. Tell us how your integration has been and how has this helped you get to your next level?
Well, I don't know that I ever stopped doing the webinars.
Yeah, yeah. You
I've been
did. You
pretty
were always really
consistent
good.
on Monday nights.
Yep. Totally.
Except, there's times when I've been traveling that I
Yeah.
haven't, but I try to watch the videos. But I don't think I ever checked out completely.
No.
I just wavered around the place and
No, you
and
never
played
did.
around
You
too
never
much.
did. You never left. You never left.
No,
You
I
just kept
just
plugging in.
I kept plugging and doing it half-heartedly. And but it was always like that was my insurance that I didn't want to go completely out because I was afraid of what would happen.
Yeah.
So,
What's changed recently? And you've got a lot, you just got a lot of confidence recently and you've got a lot of clarity. What's happening for you?
well, I'm finally noticing the weight loss,
Yeah.
the lot, and changing different into a different size of clothes, and that it was very difficult to be doing most things right. 90% of the time, I was doing what was best for me, and I was getting no results for a long time. And it was very frustrating that why do I bother?
Mhm.
Why, I'm not, why am I putting myself through this? Why can't I just eat what I want to eat like a normal person? And it was very hard. And then once I started physically seeing the results, that's a big boost.
Yes.
But it was hard to just keep spinning my wheels and what I was doing, I still should have been losing weight because 75 to 90% of the time I was eating correctly and still not, I still should have been like losing a pound a month or something, that it just got to a why bother stage, but I never let go completely.
Mm-hmm. And now you're seeing results and you just got rid of a bunch of sizes? Isn't that
I
great?
went down one size for sure, maybe it's almost two. I kept my smaller clothes and just had the next size down in a pile, and I pulled the pile out, and I got four new pairs of pants and a
Woohoo!
few tops. So that was nice, and then packed up a bag that left my house already of stuff that's too big.
And you're purging
Yes,
all this stuff. Purge, keep purging, girl.
Yep.
I
Because
know.
the more you purge, I think the more that's going to melt away.
Yeah.
All that emotional baggage that's caught up in all this stuff, right?
Yep.
Yep. Keep
But I'm
purging.
almost done with. I've been so busy for the last month and more than a month, 6 weeks, and I'm going to a wedding in Colorado tomorrow. I'm leaving, get home on Sunday, and then I have nothing going until the end of July. So I'm looking forward to just being able to get
So
these tasks done and get
good.
stuff out of my house and not be constantly. I mean, I've just been focused on getting this thing done, this thing done, this thing done, and or this event, get ready for this event, put that event away, get ready for the next event, put that event away, get ready for the next one.
I think
And
it's making a difference though for you, getting that stuff, right? Don't you?
well, it will. I'm looking forward to Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've
Awesome.
had a house guest now for a week, and I pawned her off on my other cousin for 2 nights. So
Well,
we
I
just
look
went.
forward to getting the jewelry from you
Yeah,
from your boutique. I bought
yeah,
some jewelry from her, so I'll have to show you when I got it.
yeah.
Cindy
My
is the epitome of it's not going to happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all.
right.
That was something
Exactly.
somebody posted today. I loved it. She's the
Yeah,
epitome of that. If you
yeah,
quit, it's not
exactly.
happening at all. So
Yep,
keep going,
Wonderful.
keep plugging,
keep doing
girl.
it.
Love it.
Yep.
And Mary, now you're retired and you're large and in charge with this like Sunday school. What are you two doing? Tell us, because I know you probably have a short time.
Uh,
You're
nope,
doing Sunday.
it's done for now.
Oh,
Last week was my busiest. It's done for the rest of the summer. Last
okay.
week was I did it for 2 weeks. You'd get up early in the morning, work on prepping your lesson, go play at a program called Dirt Diggers, which was literally a conservation nature, chase kids in the forest, help build tree forts, find out snags, lifestyles of animals. It was fun. It was dirt, but it was literally chasing kids,
Fun.
all day. And then I'd come home 2 hours to quick make supper, get my lesson prepped, and then go to Bible school, and then lead first and second graders in Bible school for another 2 hours. And so when you're playing with kids 7 hours a day, hard playing, walking, I was the grandma in the forest who would be like, will you help me build the fort, while everybody else was sitting on the picnic tables. And
Good for you.
it
Good.
was fun. But yeah, I'm still recovering today, and now I'm into the baseball grandma, taking the kids to practices, and getting them lunches. And I actually accepted a job this fall at preschool 2 days a week, because even though I'm retired, I want to do things, and I want to do it while I can. So yeah, so I'm going to work at the preschool 2 days a week this fall. So yeah,
It's
who
like
says
sprinting
retired?
after 4-year-olds. You're able to
No,
keep up, right?
it literally it is. So yeah, life has been good. And then in another 2 weeks, our oldest son leaves his 4-year-old and 7-year-old with us for the week. And we've got our campground booked at the zoo for 2 days, plan on taking him to the water park. So we'll
I'll
be
tell you.
chasing 2 children again. So yeah,
I tell
it's
you
life
what,
is
my
good.
parents would not survive it. They would not survive my niece and nephew, and so bravo, because
Yes.
you created the environment and the lifestyle to do it. Isn't that awesome?
Yep.
Yes.
So just because I'm not here, I've got good excuses. But yeah, good news is visceral fat actually went down a point. Woohoo! So
Woohoo!
yeah. So I still can't get that metabolic age to budge, but it's got to be close, because if I'm actually getting visceral fat to go from an 8 to a 7, even scale is slowly showing, and it's slow, and I am not 151 golden with all the activity. I'm doing extra protein, I'm adding things, but yet I'm being very conscious. So I am losing weight, but it is a slower process with all of the stuff.
Well, it's okay, and you're still doing it, and you're this close. I'm sure one day it's just gonna pop over. It's
it's
just gonna
it's
pop
gonna
over.
pop.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop. Yep,
Do you know what I
exactly.
realized? I realized that I had a birthday, and then another client of mine who had a birthday, she her metabolic age went up, and she was all bummed out. She's like, "But how is that possible?" And then we realized she just had a birthday. Well,
Oh,
the
sure.
same thing happened to me when I turned in May. I was like, "Huh? Wait a minute. How is this possible?" Same thing. So interesting, huh? I didn't know. So your Renfro knows.
Yeah. Well, and I'll have a birthday in September, so they better not add a year. They just better let me start to break even.
So
Otherwise, I will come after that scale.
the game is on. You got to be ahead of the game now, because
Exactly.
it adds a year. I'll tell you what.
Boo.
So get ahead of your game, girl. Get down one more year so that you're on. Yeah, it's funny. You know what? How cool is it that the conversation has changed from metabolic age and visceral fat from weight? How awesome is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And the conversation is, hey, could I function enough to sign up for preschool? Could I get up out of my chair and sprint after the kid when no one else could? Like, could I do this squat challenge with Roxy? Could I do something? If I couldn't do it all, could I do something? Yes, and you did, and you do it. Cindy, you're doing something, right? I know your knee was hurting the other day, but you figured out how to do something, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the squat challenge. I can't always do all of them. My new knee is 8 months old, and
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
it was telling me to stop,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so then I just went and did my physical therapy exercises for my
Yeah.
hips.
Perfect. 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 We compromised, right? What about you, Betty?
Yep.
How are you doing? How are you doing in the squat challenge? What are you
Okay.
doing?
Well, I'm just doing a few squats, but what I'm doing is I do them with my arms. So when my arm's on the counter and I get down there, then when my arm's totally stretched out, then I squat down and I just hold it. But I'm
Perfect.
also I've gone to one physical therapy, and I next Monday I'll go to the set up for 4 in a row, which are working on my legs and stuff. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome.
And
It's-
I discovered that when what I'm tying is a lot of my exercise, I'm tying it into the microwave. When I'm heating my thing, I can do it. So with the soup, I can do 2 minutes with the arm and the squat. And then I do a minute more and I do a calf stretch. And then I do a minute more and I do the other calf stretch. So I'm trying to tie things together. So otherwise, you're just standing there. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry. What can I eat with this? What can I eat? I'm hungry right now. It's the microwave.
You that
You do exercises.
that's called habit stacking, right? So
Yes, that's what I'm trying to
yeah,
do.
habit stacking. Brush your teeth like Mary and squat while you're brushing. Lunge while you're brushing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, do those. And I have to say, to Sharon, Cindy, and Mary, you are so inspirational today. You have just really lit a fire under me, which I
Yep.
really needed. So,
Yep.
yes. And Dr. Amy, your thing this morning, I wrote that down, and I'm starting to put other things together. So I want to
Uh,
implement, because I don't do all four. I do one thing at a time, or
oh.
I
Mhm.
do my coach, or I do my food, or I don't. And so I'm trying to
Yeah.
think so that it's going together.
Yeah. So
That
be
was
thinking about, okay, did I talk to my coach? Did I, check out my life book? Did I
yeah.
hit my
Have I
community call, my Monday night? Did I
yeah
hit a did I hit a win call? Certainly I don't hit all the win calls. Tanya's kicking my butt. Betty kicks my
yeah.
butt, you
Well,
know.
when I can, but then you get doctor appointments thrown in there, and they throw them up.
Yeah.
But what I want
Yeah.
to do is I like that 1,400 minutes. I just wrote down if
1,440
I
minutes.
1440. Oh, well, I have 40 there. Um, I do religiously on Wednesdays, the hours that I do. Now, why can't I plug in 60 minutes at least 7 days a week? I do you and I do Dr. Mike and I do Roxy. And if I can, I get in the win call on Wednesdays. Now, why can't I get 60 minutes in Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Why can't? Why I can.
You
There's no
can.
reason. It's just a matter of getting off my duff
You
and
can.
programming it in so that I
Absolutely.
get up and do it and not just,
Absolutely.
oh, I've missed this. Oh, I've missed that. Well, I've learned how to program this handy little thing here.
Mm-hmm.
It can
Mm-hmm.
tell me. It can tell me when things are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely, Betty, you can. And you know what I love? The game changer I learned in chiropractic decades ago is put your whole week out on a calendar
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
All the hours in an entire week.
Yes.
Wow, let's see. I can block schedule when I want
Mm-hmm.
to do so. These are how many hours I want to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And I color coded it, right? And this morning I do this. On this morning I do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can,
Yeah.
I
Lesson
think,
planning. Teachers
yeah,
have
just
lesson. Yes, it's the same. It's the same thing. And
have your whole time, have your minutes planned, right? Where do my minutes go?
yeah, and
And I want to
that's
spend them
excellent.
wisely, and that's a great way to do it. So good job, Betty, for integrating. You're just very inspirational
I'm
and for
trying.
doing the exercise and trying to get the squats in. Roxy, I don't know if you can share, or Jolie, Mary, thank you for being here today. Your colors on your shirt were perfect, gorgeous. I love the colors. Love it. Makes you look 20 years younger, Mary. So Roxy, Jolie, what you got for us?
Well, for me, I'm doing better on being more um, oh on task with the actual 5 and 1, not 4 and 1 or 3 and 1 or
Okay, but wait, I gotta ask you something. Did you find a picture of yourself water skiing, or do you have a picture of a boat with water skiing, or something about water skiing somewhere where you can see it every day?
oh well, I got a lot of them in my photo album, so yeah, I could take one out. Yeah,
Take out a few,
a lot of them. Yeah,
take out a few, put them on your bathroom mirror, whatever, and make a little collage. I want you to do that. Can you do that? And Sharon, can
yeah.
you hold her accountable? Because we
I
all want
sure
to see,
can.
we all want her own picture water skiing, don't we?
Yes.
Yep.
And when? By the end of when?
Well, oh, by when I'm supposed to have this collage done?
No,
No,
well,
no,
you're going
no.
to do
Oh,
that now, but when are
22nd
you?
of August. Now,
Oh,
22nd of August is when I turn 70, and that is my goal.
good.
So I hope I can do it, but we'll see.
You can do it and you will
Yeah,
do it.
you can.
So,
We believe in you.
Yeah.
well, thank you. Thank you.
No, no hoping and no trying. That, no, throw that out.
Okay, so yeah, I can yeah, our life yeah, years, you know, our entire life was on the river. So
Yeah.
the
And it still is.
first probably the first 45 years I was
Yep.
skiing all the time. So,
If Dave Blanchard can do it, so can you.
You
okay.
can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will
Yep.
do that. And I my photo albums back then, everything is in a photo album. Everything is labeled. I was a label journal Nazi.
Good for you.
So now it's all on your phone or whatever. But
So
yeah,
you go pull those old photos out and you stick them somewhere in a collage and you get
yeah,
excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
so I
They
can do that.
deserve to be viewed. They
Yeah.
deserve to be seen. Yes.
Maybe Betty can make you a quilt out of them. I don't know. We'll
I'll
see.
Oh,
make you a quilt. If you do, yes, I will make you a quilt. A water skiing quilt.
so
So,
yeah.
what are the wins have you had? Sorry to interrupt you, but I just had to up your game a little bit.
No, just I'm better at getting back on track of doing the 5 and 1.
Good.
I just big thing is I'm on the road all the time. So at the end of June, then all the ball games. It should be calmer, but people are always asking do this and that, and so it's I do pack them, and I'm doing better at actually eating them and not even when I'm not. Oh, you're talking about not being hungry, you know. So then I maybe won't eat one. I just skip it, you know. I drink my water and drink my water, but even though I'm not hungry or needing one, I eat it anyway. So yesterday I did really good um, at eating all my
Yeah.
feelings and doing everything, and I wasn't necessarily needing anything, but I ate them, and so
That's what you do, girl. You do it anyway.
yeah, so I'm doing better at that. So
And when you're traveling and you have lots of ball games and you have lots of out of the box stuff that's out of your control, right? Then you run into needing more resolve that you're looking forward past this particular event or challenge to water skiing on the August 22nd, whatever the day. So you have to look past this current to that over there, right?
okay, I
And
will.
the more challenging, this is somebody posted this the other day. Eat crap and nobody says anything. Eat healthy and people start to worry, turn into health specialists, dietitians, and nutritionists.
Yep.
And they start to turn into sabotagers. Don't they, Betty? Betty added
Yes,
that.
they did. Yes. Yes. You
And
deserve this and you don't.
the more you're out in public, the more you're living large, the more people are going to challenge you. So you've got to have even more resolve to be on those skis,
Yeah,
okay? Because when you eat crap, no one cares. But when you start
yeah.
losing weight and eating healthy, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got
I
some
Advice.
I have
advice.
I
Yeah.
have to tell quick the story that happened to me. So I was out with some friends and I mean it was a get together and there was alcohol and I mean I very rarely have alcohol, but I took one along like I don't even know if I had any in the refrigerator. So, but I found one, I took it along and I consider this gal my friend. And she saw that I was gonna have a drink, and she said, "Good girl, Sharon." And I mean, I'm just like, "Oh, so that's my friend," you know.
I know.
I was, I
Like,
mean,
good
I just
girl,
how some
Sharon.
things you don't forget, but I mean, when you talk about that, it's like it's all about them. It wasn't about me
Yeah.
having, hardly ever having an alcohol, and I had one. It was about them not being able to be without alcohol.
Yeah.
It was almost like she said, "Thank you for making me feel better about myself."
Yeah.
That's probably what she was saying.
Yeah, it's like that's absolutely right,
Mm.
So I guess I made her feel better, but
Yeah.
I
That.
mean, it's just like when you talk about sabotagers,
Yep.
I
Yep.
only had one with me, so it wasn't going to sabotage me, but I might not
Betty,
even finish the whole thing. I don't know,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Betty really nailed that on the head when she added that, didn't she?
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
sabotage. People are out there just don't understand, and
Oh, you need a treat because you're eating healthy. You got to have a treat because you're being deprived.
yes, yeah. You
I
know,
had that
my
experience too. And
yeah,
Hmm.
only I was drinking my water or tea, and it was happy hour, and everybody was having their drink. And my friend said, Jolie, just have a drink. Have a drink so you can have some fun. And I said, well, it's like this. I don't need a drink to have some fun. I said, my drink is just fine. But they looked at me like, like you almost had to indulge in the alcohol in order to have fun. I said, I'm having fun, but I don't need the drink.
they want you to
I
indulge.
love,
They want you to indulge in their habits
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well,
of
you know what
unhealth.
my answer has always been to that when I've had that, when I've very rarely, but whenever I've had that, you have a drink, have a drink, have a drink. And I've said if I have a drink, I'll be on the table stripping, and then nobody will have any fun. So so and they say, "Oh," I said, "I don't drink." And then they hear that you say, "I don't drink." Um, but my folks were when we lived overseas and they were at embassy parties. What mother and dad did was they would get the first cocktail and they would hold that all night long because otherwise they were pushed for drinks
yeah,
and they would have that. And once in a while, if someone's watching, they take a little sip, but they held their drinks all night long at cocktail parties at
it's
the
the
embassy
it's the
Wow.
because
best thing. It's the best
because
thing.
yeah, because and my mom and dad never came home tipsy, drunk, or anything at all. But sometimes people would, important people in the government, come knocking on the door at 6 in the morning, drunker than skunk, and they just handle them and take care of them. But I
So
never
great.
have that problem.
You
Yeah.
know what I had? That's a great tip, Betty. Thank you. And I love the solution. You know what came to my head when you said that, Jolie, was I'm so sorry you have to drink to have fun. That must
Yeah.
be terrible. That's
That's
just sounds
horrible.
that sounds horrible. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Yeah, it's hard.
How great
It's
would
hard to
that
say.
comeback be?
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard to say to a good friend. And I know, Jolie's really good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So
It's hard
for
to.
me, it was good enough to
Yeah.
say I'm having fun. I don't need to drink alcohol to have fun.
Yeah.
That's good.
And
That's
that's
good
and
too. Yeah.
yeah, but
Hi, 20. Hi, 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
so yeah,
fantastic. Fantastic. That was bravo. Amen, sister. That's fantastic. That's a huge win. There you go. Right there.
yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
That's fabulous. So you are doing 5 and 1 and you're
yeah,
not perfect. You're not trying. You are doing it and you might not be perfect today, but
Yes.
you are doing it
Yeah.
and you are going to be on those skis. Got it?
Yes.
yep, I got
Yes.
it. That's
Okay.
the plan. Yep.
And Roxy, before we go, you haven't gotten this chance to say anything. I know it's already one, but I want to give her a shot to get back on if she can. Thank you for hosting. You're such an inspiration.
Hi.
Oh no, we can't hear you. You're cutting out.
Oh, oh no.
There you go. We found you. Keep talking.
Oh, I said,
I can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in and out.
oh no.
No.
Let's see if she said anything in the chat. No, need to
Says,
run. City had to go. Mary dropped off. Yeah, we can't hear you, girl. I don't know what's going on. She's got connection problems. But how cool is it that everyone's participating with her? That is so great.
Yes.
You're doing a great job, girl. I'm sorry we can't hear you.
Next time, then it says, yeah,
Yeah,
next.
next time. Yeah. Thank you for hosting. We're appreciating it and it's keeping us moving forward. And so you keep doing it. We love your videos. We love it. So next time, I think I'm going to I might change from the squats now mid-month to push to sit-ups or push-ups because I think I need to do a different muscle group because I do too many squats as it is. I might change my challenge. So I need to work out a different muscle group, but that's okay. I just need to do something different. I'll change my own goal, but I'll still play. That being said, we're at our time. I understand that Margot is in contact with Betty, so that's great.
Yes.
Hopefully, she can get back in at some point
Yes.
here. I will be on vacation making my dad's last trip, kind of hurrah trip. He turned 77 yesterday. We're doing Glacier Park on the Amtrak, and that's kind of a dream trip for him. And
Oh,
so we're kind of doing that. He doesn't want to travel, doesn't want to cruise, doesn't want to fly, doesn't want to nothing. So the only thing I could do is get him to go on a Amtrak. So we're gonna do that. And it's kind of his last hurrah bucket live it list trip, I call it. And because I don't know how many minutes I have left with him.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna do
good.
that this last part of the month, and then so Carrie will be here hosting. You know, y'all we'll still have noon. We'll still have five. Still open up the Zoom room. That will be fine. And Carrie will be here to help whoever. If you can't be here, Sharon, that's fine. I know you have some vacations planned too. But are you around the next two Wednesdays? Are you going somewhere, Sharon? Or I
No, I
I know
should be
you.
around the next
Okay.
two Wednesdays.
Okay, for sure she will be here to help, to kind of navigate and help just kind of facilitate. And then Kate might come possibly do some emotional eating little exercises, or we had that color event last week with her, and OMG, I have to share the pictures. We are going to get it together. It was fabulous. It was so
Oh,
much fun. It was so much fun. Wish all of us could be together at it, and I wish she could come up and to up north. We'll have to figure out another one, but it was fab. And yeah, so I will be back, and you guys will be here for each other, and we'll keep learning and growing and integrating all of our parts of our puzzle. So thanks for showing up today. I'm inspired by all of you. Love you, and thanks for not giving up, Betty. You got here.
yes.
And
Thank you. Thank you for
okay,
sending that.
always call me if that happens again. All right, we'll talk to you
I
soon.
was reaching for my phone.
Have a wonderful day. Love you, ladies. Bye bye.
Bye bye.